guys, so today I'm going to be doing the controversial parenting tag. I've been seeing this video floating around my subscription box for a couple days now, and I was a little apprehensive to partake in it just because I'm not, I don't usually talk about controversial things in my videos, but I thought if I'm going to do it, I might as well just get it all done in one go, so I thought it was a good opportunity. All right, so first is pro-life or pro-choice. I really think that it depends on the circumstance. Now, I don't believe in using abortion as a form of birth control at all. I have seen some pretty horrific video demonstrations of how abortions are performed, and I'm really appalled by it, and I do think it's really sick. And personally, I would never get an abortion. If I would be a teenager, I would just have the baby and probably raise it, but I think definitely adoption is a better option. If you can avoid abortion altogether, definitely do it. But I do know that there are some circumstances where if a girl is raped, she doesn't want to have a baby. It's just kind of complicated, and I think it really depends on the circumstance. Next is baby wearing, and that's kind of an easy answer for us. We baby wear all the time. Olivia, I wouldn't say she's like that into it, but she does sleep pretty well when she sleeps on us. So we do baby wear, and we use the Manduka baby carrier. Next is circumcision, and I do not have a son, so I'm not that well educated on this topic, but I do know a little bit about it. If we have a son, we do not plan on circumcising him. And the reason for that is a lot of the reasons that they say you should circumcise have been proven to be not true. For instance, hygiene and I don't know, all these other things. I really am not that well researched on it, but I don't really see the point, and I don't really think that it's a decision for me and my husband to make. And I think more our son should make the decision later if he wants to circumcise himself. I don't know. It's just, I don't believe in it. Next is adoption, and I don't really see why anyone would have anything against adoption, but we are all for adoption. Not for us, but maybe for other families. Baby piercing. I am not for baby piercing, and I assume what this topic is implying is like piercing a baby girl's ears, and I'm not for piercing. I'm not for piercing Olivia's ears or any of my other daughters. Someday, if she wants to get her ears pierced, I will have no problem with it. Next is breastfeeding versus formula feeding, and we are definitely for breastfeeding. We have had a really tough journey with breastfeeding, and it is so super hard, but I think it is so super worth it at the same time. So definitely breastfeeding for us. Spanking. I was spanked as a child. I don't feel emotionally scarred from it. I personally don't really know how it's gonna pan out when Olivia gets older. I don't believe in like hitting, obviously, and I don't know, I doubt I'll spank. I think that there are better ways to go around it than spanking. So I think I would definitely go for those routes first. But yeah, I don't feel like spanking is like such a horrible thing to do, but at the same time, I think I will definitely try to practice some other discipline methods. Next is co-sleeping, and we do co-sleep currently. I will be doing a video on our co-sleeping arrangement really soon. Okay, next topic is homeschool versus public school versus charter school. We are probably going to be doing public school here in Germany. Public schools are really awesome. I think the public education system here is really good. So we will definitely be doing public school. Vaccinations. Now this one, I'm sure a lot of you guys are really curious about my stance on this because you guys know I'm a very natural approach type of girl. We are still doing our research on vaccinations at the moment, and I will say that we are not going to be giving Olivia every vaccination that is recommended. That's the way it's looking like right now, and we just don't believe in it, to be quite honest. Based on a lot of research that we have done, we just don't feel comfortable with Olivia getting the vaccines with all the heavy metals and toxins protruded into her body. We're just not comfortable with that. Some of the diseases are extremely rare, and I don't see what's the point in putting any potential risk in Olivia getting sick from the vaccination if she's very unlikely to get the disease. There is some vaccinations that I am thinking about giving her, for instance, the whooping cough. I know it can be deadly, and I know that it's really coming around, it's getting more common, so we have really considered the whooping cough vaccination, but we are still doing our research on it and, you know, doing the pros and the cons. And I think it's really important as a parent to research vaccinations and find out what's in them and what they're about. I just don't think people should put a whole lot of stock into what the medical system wants you to do, because I've come to realization over the couple of years they don't always have our best interest at heart. So that's just what I think. Medicating children, I don't really know what to say to this, just because if a child needs to go under medication for a certain problem, it might help. I would probably try some natural remedies first, but I'm a little confused about this topic. I would personally try to avoid medicating my child unless absolutely necessary. Cloth diapering versus disposable. We just started cloth diapering, so it's kind of hard to, you know, say where we stand now, but I would definitely say we are enjoying cloth diapering so far. It's been going really, really well, and I think I'm definitely going to say cloth diapering because I do see the pros. Like there's a lot of pros to cloth diapering as opposed to disposables. Now the last one is the cry it out method, and we do not practice the cry it out method. I could not just leave Olivia to cry it out. It just breaks my heart. And she doesn't just like, when she's upset, she doesn't just like cry. She like screams her head off, and I can't imagine like leaving her screaming like that. I just don't feel like it would be good for her because she's a screamer. So I just can imagine she would just really wear herself out, and it would just be so horrible. I think that when a baby cries, they usually do need something. It may be hard for you to figure out what it is, and if you can't figure out what it is, the best thing you could do is at least hold them and not just leave them in a room to cry. So, okay, that was the controversial parenting tag. I probably will not be getting back to too many of you guys in the comments about anything. I don't want to argue with anybody. I don't have any time to do that. This is just what we believe. Me and my husband are both on the same page, and yep. This is our opinion on things, so you guys can take it however you want to, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!